Alright, so in this lesson, I was going to do the helmet, but then I realized I haven't worked on the heart at all. So I completely forgot about that. So in this video, we'll do the helmet, we'll do the heart and then we'll do the helmet. So I've done the usual stuff. I've gotten like the heart out using the delete, and then we'll just do an object merge and bring it out. Yeah, so we'll do a control X and then just, let's bring it here. So the idea with the heart is fairly simple. Like what I want is just like, this is the basic shape of the heart, which is more or less like the Superman symbol. And what I wanted was to just have like these spikes kind of like going into it. Like they're like pincers feeding into the heart. Okay, like that's roughly what I wanted. So what we're going to do is fairly simple. Let's just take this and I'm going to do 2 poly extrudes. Okay, so I'm just going to do a poly extrude or 3 of them actually. So I want to do a poly extrude here because what we want is we want to create a line like that, and we'll use the shape of the heart to do that. So I'll do 1 extrude which will go straight up like that, and then we will inset it this way, and then the base one also will inset it more like this. So we'll get like 1 point here, and then so we'll get 1, 2 and 3. And so if I take this point, connect it and connect it this way, for each point I'll end up getting what I want. So that's roughly the way I want to do it. So we'll just take this and I'll do a basic extrude here. Don't worry about the center line, like it's not important. You can do a point normal and hopefully that will work, but it's okay. And then just turn off the output side. So we just have like the top face like this. If you don't want to do that, you can try to do a move as well. Like you can do a transform extruded front, but yeah, this is fine for now. Okay. You can also try to do a fuse and see if that sort of helps clean out the whole thing. Because I think what's happening is we probably have like a ton of, like we have these points here which are causing problems. Yeah. Okay. So let's try a couple of things. So firstly, let's do a fuse just to clean up the geometry. And let's see if that helps. And then we can do a facet. And what a facet does is it allows you to remove like these inline points. So you can say remove inline points, and there you go. See, so that cleans up, that geometry. And then if we do a poly extrude now, see, that's a lot cleaner than what was happening before. Okay, like if I bypass these two guys, see, it was causing those issues. That's because of those free points that were there. So just, this will help us clean out the whole thing. Okay, so this is step 1. And then I can just take the same thing. We'll do a poly extrude. And we can do a transform and just scale it down. And we'll do output, again, output side is off. So this is smaller. And then I want to again do a poly extrude. And this will be at the base level itself, and we'll just scale it down. Yeah, and do again, like turn off output side. So this one, so we have like 1, 2 and 3. The second thing you want to do is like if we merge these together, we should be able to see our basic shape. So this is the first one, and then that's the second one, and then this is the third. So if I turn it off, see, so you should have like, 3 shapes like that. And then what I want to do is let's take a divide. So we'll take a divide here that will allow us to remove everything on the inside. So we can say remove shared edges. Yeah. And then, so we'll do it for all 3. So 1, 2 and 3. Yeah. Get rid of the merge for now. Okay, and then what I also want to do is I don't want the center line, like I don't want this particular line here. So let's do one thing. Let's do that here itself. So after the divide, what I can do is let's take a facet, and we can say remove inline points and just sort of increase it. Yeah, let's see if this works for everything. So Control C, Control V. Yeah, this is good. See, so we don't have anything in the middle. And then let's try to again, like we'll pick up the longest line and get rid of it. So I can just take a group here and do by edges. We'll call it long, and so the techniques more or less remain the same. We'll just do minimum edge length and just increase it till you just have the longest one left, and just check it once, because we were getting that problem with the neck. So just make sure that everything is fine, and then just do a dissolve. And we'll say create curves and long. So we have this thing left, and then let's see if this works for everything else. So we can just take this and Control C, Control V, and Control C, Control V. So let's see if everything works. Yeah, it works fine. Okay, so now that this is done, let's do one final thing, which is I want to resample this. So let's take a resample at, we'll do about 20 points. Let's do 20. The same thing for each one. Okay, so we'll take 20 here and we'll take 20 there. And let's just look at the point numbers, because that is important. Yeah, because they're essentially the same, the point numbers will mostly be in place. We don't need to worry about that. Okay, so this is all done. Okay, so once the point numbers are in place, which essentially because it's just part of the same extrude, it won't cause any issues. What we want to do is we want to put each point into a group, and then we'll merge everything together and use an add. Okay, that's roughly the way we want to go. So we'll take a partition and do a point, and we'll do p backtick at ptnum and do Control C, Control V for each one. So Control C, Control V. And now we just need to merge them in order. So this is the first point. Okay, like this, the topmost is the first one. Then this is the second one. Okay, and then this is the third one. So let's just replace this. Okay, so this is first, because the order is important, because that's how the line will get connected. So we take a merge and 1, 2, and 3. You can take an add and you can say delete geometry but keep points, and then come into polygon and by group, and we can say each group separately and P star. And if you've done everything right, see, there you go. That's basically what you'll get. So if we just look at everything, see, there you go. And then I can try and smoothen this out. So what we can do is we can do a resample just to give it a few more points. So we'll give it about, let's try 10 points is fine, but you can also try to do it as subdivision curves. So you get something like this. And then you can just give it a polywire if you want. Make it really small and like increase the number of divisions. And what we can also do is we can try to bring in the spike that we had. So we did use it for the neck, right? So it should be here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's just color that. Sorry, wrong thing. Yeah, so let's take both of these. Do Control C, Control V and Control X. Let's just save this file. Yeah, what I want to do is I just want to attach the spike at the end of this. So we'll do Control V. We have the resample. Let's do a slight carve here. Okay, so we'll just do like a, and then we can do a polyframe to give it normals. And we'll do a for each because we want to select the last point. Okay, so we want to select like this point. Let's do the carve after the resample, or let's do the carve before the resample. Yeah, okay. And so this comes in here and we'll do group by range and points, and we'll call it end. and we just want to select the last point and invert range. And then I can just bring this in here. We'll do copy to points. So this comes in there, this comes in here. And we want to copy to ends. There you go. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay, because I think the transform is at -90, so it works. So let's make it 0.01. So it's fairly small. And let's do a merge. Yeah, and then we can do a normal. Yeah, there we go. See. And then I can just bring in the basic heart again over here. So I can just take this and I can do a mirror. Because it's offsetted, so we shouldn't have any problems. Or actually don't do a mirror now. Let's just do a color for this. So let's take a color here and we'll make it red. So it looks nice. And yeah, let's just take this. We'll bring it all the way down here. Okay, do a merge. Yeah, so there you go. Like if you want, you can also color this. So we can do a color over here as well and make this red as well. So it looks nicer. Yeah, and then we can mirror this. So we'll just take a mirror at the end. Yeah, and we can do null and call it out heart and object merge, the usual stuff. Yeah, so yeah, see, so there you go. So this looks interesting. You might want to get a few more faces in here so that this gets a border, but there you go, like you can do that. Or what we can do is we can take the topmost face that we had and give it like a polywire. That would look nice as well. Like the top line that we had here, okay, which is this one. Yeah, what I can do is I can just do a mirror and just give it a slight carve or something. Yeah, and then give this a polywire as well. So it works as a border. Yeah, actually don't do a mirror right now. We're mirroring it in the end anyways, so that's okay. Yeah, there you go. See, so that looks a little more, well, it doesn't look great, but it's something. Okay, we can probably just lower that a little bit. Yeah, so what you get in the final result, yeah, it's a pain trying to find this now, but there we go. So see, so it gives you like a little bit of a border over there. So that's the heart. And with the next lesson, we'll make the helmet. Okay, now that I remember everything. So this part is complete. So we'll just have to make the helmet next.